Peace, my cousins, y paz para mis primos que son en la diáspora o que están viviendo en la isla. Today, I want to talk a little bit about Puerto Rico. I want to speak a little bit about Puerto Rico's status, okay? Because there's a lot of back and forth that goes over Puerto Rico's status. And there are some dialogues that need to be taking place within our community. And the reason I say that is because there's a channel by the name of Al Jazeera America. Alright? Al Jazeera America. And they pose the question that's a little bit divisive in our community. And the question has to do with Puerto Rico's status in the world. Okay? Now, I'm born in the Bronx, New York. Okay? I'm born on American territory. Alright? I'm born here in America. That makes me American. Okay? But my ancestors are from Puerto Rico. And my families and my friends, they're from Puerto Rico. And let there be no illusions to where my loyalty is. My loyalty is to my people. So if the majority of my people felt that they needed to be Americans, and through an educated, discourse, they came to that conclusion and voted that way, I would wholeheartedly support my people, because that's what I have to do. I know that everybody got an opinion. And as you can see on the Al Jazeera post on Facebook, you could even have people that have their own rights and personal opinion be so disrespectful to people as though Puerto Ricans are not accomplished. He's speaking to people as though he's speaking to people maybe within his 6 degrees. So maybe, being like, and I'm not trying to bring up no class warfare. There should be no class warfare between Boricuas. Something I've emphasized before, especially in our group, Borikemetics. Because in Borikemetics, we have people from the hood to Hollywood. We have people that drive around in Lexuses to hoopties. We got people there that have the highest IQs and other people that don't even know what the acronym IQ really means. We love our Puerto Ricanness. And even if a lot of us don't understand what it is completely, or other people have a more rich idea and historical outlook on it, nonetheless, we are all Boricuas. Some of us don't approve of, other people's behavior like this, that, or the other, gay, straight, this, that, but looking through all of that mess, looking through all of that division, we all Boricuas, bro. And, for the people in Puerto Rico that feel that, maybe, they don't understand me because I speak English, please go find somebody that'll translate for you. All right? Because in 2013, there's not a place in this world that doesn't emphasize the importance of knowing English. That's not something that Papote is saying. That's just the scope of the world. Okay? So now, like I was saying, there's a lot of degrees to people's outlook and ideas on the status of Puerto Rico. And we have a page, Al Jazeera, that, decided to just dump that question onto Facebook. And it's funny because me personally, this is my opinion, we got too many junk in our community that comes from that side of the Middle East. I don't want to go on no anti-Muslim or anti-Arab ranting here. But my people, we serve the military. We serve for the bullshit that comes out of that fucking desert. And a lot of our people got seduced by religions that come out of that desert. Okay? And to me, the sooner we detach from everything that has to do with that desert, then we'll be truly, mentally free. Mentally free from the moral dogmas that people talk about, but they don't practice. Whether it be the Islamics and the extremists, whether it be the Jews and their extremists, or whether it be the goddamn Christians and their extremism. In my opinion, as a Boricua, we don't need none of that. None of it. But that's just my opinion. So now we go further into the conversation and we see America, Al Jazeera, and now they want to go and try to pose this question on our people and then say, oh, you only got 30 seconds to make your point. A conversation that's been going on for decades. And, you know, the point that they only want to give you 30 seconds to express yourself, to me, they, you know, whoever poses a question like that already knows it's going to take more time than that. You know, whoever poses a question like that already knows that they're going to cause some kind of divisions in our people because we're going to have to wear that shit straight up. But now, you know, being that you think you got the right, I'm going to show you this Boricua, my opinion, my life, what I've experienced. Okay? And as far as anybody with their credentials and their class warfare bullshit, yeah, you know, I've been doing my trade for 25 years, going on 26 years. Okay? I got my kids in college or out of college. I got my wife, that she's the most responsible person that you ever met in your life. So as far as that class warfare, I come from the poor, I work my way up to the middle, and if I go to the high end, I fit in there regardless of how articulate I am or not. Because it's a matter of respect. Whether it's Taino communities, or whether it's nationalist communities, or whether it's academic communities, Papote rub his elbows on all of them. And I always give that much respect to every one of those communities. Whether some of them don't like the way I come out or not, because they might feel like I disagree with them. But I'm into the realities of what it is to be Borinqueño. So when people throw their race isms or their other isms on that, Papote default your shit straight up. Because we need focus in our people. Okay? We are warrior class people, as peaceful as we think that we are. And the less we train our young people to be warriors, is why they running out in the street here all fucking crazy, joining in on other fucking people, killing each other back and forth. Because a warrior needs to express that warrior spirit one way or another. And America knows that, and they harness that. And that's why per capita, Puerto Ricans are one of the biggest contributors to the military of the United States of America. Way before even Israel was born. Okay? Our biggest ally in the world. Alright? But we're going to keep it gangster to here today. We're going to keep it straight up and down. And you know what? Being that people like Al Jazeera, America, and all these countries could, you know, say things about us, or even Japan, and say things about us without, you know, no disregard for our feelings. I don't care whose feelings get hurt. But this is about Boricuas first. And yes, my people in Puerto Rico that understand and they feel that the diasporic Puerto Ricans have no right to vote on a plebiscite. Under certain degrees, I agree with you. But my point as Papote is that the people in the diaspora have to support the people in Puerto Rico. No matter what. Even if it's just to give good advice. Even if it's to present a better image of your people. Even if it's to be successful and take some of that success back home. Or maybe shine a good light on yourself and Puerto Ricanness. Because let me tell you something, Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico. None of these people out here ever confuse the fact that I'm Puerto Rican. No matter how American I try to be or any of us try to be, they constantly remind us of how Puerto Rican we are. And that we Puerto Rican, so we distinctive. You know how you have those little black Boricuas that go, oh, because you're a little bit more light-skinned, you probably have an easier time. That's your illusion. Ain't none of these white boys here confusing nobody for goddamn white. That's in your fucking mind. Deal with that shit. Because we Boricuas, all of us. Okay? So now let's move on to the dialogue that I'm making this video about. Which is the status of Puerto Rico. Now everybody has a right to opine whether Puerto Rico should become a state or Puerto Rico should be independent and free. It is of my particular opinion that Puerto Rico can be free, should be free. Okay? But a lot of people on the island and off the island always come with this same reason on why Puerto Rico should become a state. And the first reason that they throw on me is because Puerto Ricans are lazy in Puerto Rico. And because since they're lazy, they overdepend on America's money for welfare, for food stamps, and with every intellectual, the subsidies, the tax incentives, they say. Well, in Borikemetics, we've already done the economic questions. We've presented videos. We've had the debates with people on the island, with people off the island, with businessmen. And there is no question that the illusion of Puerto Rico's necessity to be dependent on those subsidies is real. There's no need. Everybody fluctuates with their numbers coming in and out. But the numbers is always tens of degrees different. So if America gives $4 billion in subsidies, which is my example, Puerto Rico produces $54 billion. Wouldn't you invest $4 billion to get $54 billion back? That's exactly what's happening. Not only that, America regulates what Puerto Rico produces and who they could trade with and what ports could be used to take stuff out and bring stuff in. And Puerto Rico's obligated to use the most expensive port in the world. They're not allowed to shop around to see what's cheaper. America dictates that. So if America decides to give whatever money is in subsidies, it's out of a control mechanism, not out of a dependency need. America leases out Puerto Rico's fishing waters to Japan. Fishes that can be sold for $500,000 a piece, $750,000 a piece. Expensive fish. Flounders at $14 a pound. And all we got is water around us in Puerto Rico. So a lot of Puerto Ricans, they miss that. A lot of diasporic Puerto Ricans, they miss that. They don't know the economy. They don't know economics. And that's what I'm going to throw everybody out there. Research a little bit of economics. Take advice from economists of Puerto Rico, not politicians of Puerto Rico, not fucking developers of Puerto Rico. Fuck those motherfuckers. Don't take their advice for shit. Go to an economist fresh out of college and ask them if Puerto Rico could sustain themselves. All right? So, that's what I mean. That, Puerto Ricans here, we have to help Puerto Ricans there. So they can understand that, because sometimes when you're in a little town or you're up in the hills doing your thing traditionally, it's hard to, keep up with certain academia. And over here, all you got is colleges back and forth. But now we're in the internet age. So now we're going to communicate. All right? And we got to get past certain levels here. Especially that level of thinking that America, that Puerto Rico cannot sustain itself without American subsidies. It's an economic illusion. And Borikemetics and our cousins, we've broken that down. We've talked to actual economists, actual leaders that know this. And if people understand the numbers and we go, the next person to tell me that, please bring me a flowchart. Please bring me a spreadsheet. Whether you're in Puerto Rico or whether you're here, bring me a spreadsheet. Because everybody with their yap, you're talking crap. Remember, it ain't all that easier to be here in America than to be in Puerto Rico. And as many caserillos as you got over there, we got project buildings over here, loaded with unemployed people. Because as a Puerto Rican here in America, where other cultures come over here and they just fucking either take a plane or they hop a fence or they take a boat, whichever one, from the Caribbean, from South America, from fucking Europe, all those people, they come in here and they get all these licenses and all these cab hack licenses, fucking storefront licenses, liquor licenses, all these things. They get that shit automatic. Loans from banks, all that shit they get automatic. But a Boricua, we need 6 forms of ID, a high school diploma, just to pick up a broom, just to pick up a goddamn shovel. So that lazy Puerto Rican shit, we gotta dead that shit. Is bullshit. If the opportunities are there, we will take them. Pero pa pendejo tampoco. Okay? So that illusion has got to get wiped out in order for the conversation to go forward. And I'm going to make a part 2 to this video, because some people get pissed off when I make long videos. So this is part 1, mi gente. Get ready for part 2. Because Papote is going to not hold back. And I don't care if anybody get their feelings hurt. We're going to bring facts to the table so that we can control this dialogue. We can control this dialogue. Not Al Jazeera, not America, not fucking South America. Boricuas control this dialogue over here. And the diasporic Puerto Ricans, para darle respeto and to respect the people of Puerto Rico. Because we got you, man. We got you right here. That's the end of part 1. I'm coming with part 2 right now.